Hello friends, my name is Callie, and recently me and a few other content creator friends on the BattleCraft SMP were given access to a playtest world of the new 1.4 Cobblemon update. And oh my goodness, it was so much fun getting to test out so many of the new features and seeing what the berries look like, and of course having so much fun playing around with all of these new Pokemon. Now, unfortunately, I pulled a newbie content creator thing and completely did not record any of the background game noise for the playthrough, which means you will not hear any of my friends' voices. We're gonna see how this goes, but I want to show you a bit of the playthrough, maybe do a little bit here post the playthrough, and kind of show you in a little bit more detail some of the new features coming to the new 1.4 Cobblemon update, Friends and Farms. To start this playthrough, we were given a shulker box with a book that listed out a bunch of tasks that we could take on in order to check out as many features of 1.4 as possible. One of these tasks was to choose our starter Pokemon and give it a nickname, which is an amazing feature of 1.4 where we can actually specially name our starters and really any Pokemon that we have. And with that, we were off to playtest the promo world that the Cobblemon dev team built. As this was a custom map, there was so much that we could find and explore through it all. Here is a barn that was built, and inside there were a bunch of barrels and chests that we could loot through and grab resources and materials from. And some of them had some pretty amazing stuff, including Pokeballs, iron, gold, copper, and some pretty cool experience candies. There was also some with different potions inside of them, and overall it was just super fun to explore through this map and find all the hidden treasures within it. Now, I will admit that there was a lot to take in with this playthrough, from the new potions and the berries and how to brew the potions and how to grow the berries. And basically just what is all new. It was very, very new to me, so I moved through this map quite slowly, kind of battling my Pokemon up, trying to loot some chests, trying to experience the whole thing. And while it was super fun, there was so much to take in, so many cool things. And having finished the playthrough, I will say I definitely missed out on a whole lot of the features and the hidden secrets within it. But that just means I get the opportunity to show it to you here firsthand from this playtest world, with actual game sounds on. So this right here is the Poke Center, and at this Poke Center, once I had leveled up my team a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I mean a very little bit, one of the devs was here and was willing to battle the trainers who walked by, so I took the opportunity to do a little battling. Now, I knew this battle was probably not going to go very well because I did not have a lot of strong Pokemon. Most of my Pokemon were under level 20, but you know, Klee asked, so I was like, why not? But I did have a little bit of a surprise because you see, recently I had been up on the mountains and a level 49 Cobblemon, I can't say that word, Cobblemon loaded in, and while my Pokemon team couldn't battle him down, I was able to just throw an Ultra Ball at him and catch him. So I did have a little bit of a surprise, and I do think it made Klee a little bit nervous bringing him out. However, he quickly dispatched of him, and I still horribly lost this battle. Now, let's talk berries. This is, well, the berry path. There are a few hidden berries placed throughout this world, some on the mountains, some down in other little hidden areas, which I believe is to replicate the wild berries that you will find as you explore in the new 1.4 update. But they did create this beautiful field right here so you can have a chance to see what the berries are like. And throughout this entire world, they had books where you could read what everything was about. So this one, welcome to the berry fields, the single most important place in the valley. The little buds are capable of doing anything when it comes to Pokemon, such as healing, training, feeding. You're gonna need the berries for all of it. Now, there is only a small handful of berries that can be found in the wild, but if you crossbreed the berries, you will make new, more potent types of berries. So to give berry mutation a shot, you just plant 2 berries next to each other and wait for them to grow, though that takes a super long time, so it's much better to use bone meal on them. And once it's fully grown, there is a chance that those genes will cross and you will get something brand new. So berries have a lot of information with regards to them. You can mulch them, you can plant them in different environments. They can crossbreed. I'm sure there's so much more that I need to know, but we'll figure it out along the way. You have all of these berries right here, and they're all producing right now. But if you right click on one of them, you get Aspear berries. And I also have Megos berries on me right now from the playthrough. And we were to plant down right here, for example. You could plant down one of the seeds there and one of the plants right there. This is what they look like when they're planted down. Because I'm currently in creative, we'll grab some bone meal and you will bone meal them and they will grow. And as you can tell, sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's way more than that. So that is kind of fun to see that you can get more than just 1 berry off of them. Well, let's go try some of these berries over here and see if it'll work. I have no idea. I've never actually done this in game, so I think it's a small percentage of being able to get the crossbreeding berries, but it is possible. There we go. Did you see that? There was a crossbred one on there, and this guy is the one. Of course, I don't think I actually had inventory space for that, so let's go searching here. So this is the one we got, which was the Figgy Berry. So as you can tell, this is how you will get a lot of the berries that are available, as there are very few that actually grow here in the wild. Up here in the mountains are the mint fields. And mints are another unique crop that is being added to 1.4, and we can learn more about them here in this book. So mint seems to like to grow in high altitude. So all of this has been set up here in the mountain. The mints are useful to those who like to partake in Pokemon battles. Each color seems to correspond to one of the 6 specialties that Pokemon have. So there's health, there's attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. But of course the book doesn't tell you which one. You just have to take the mints and try and figure it out yourself. But you can use them to craft items that'll boost our Pokemon's specialties and even change their nature entirely. So if we go down here into the fields, there's a whole bunch of different mints. So we have this one, and I think you just have to break it when you're not in creative. That would be helpful. Let's go back into survival. But if you break it while you're in survival, you get the advancement Minty Fresh. So these mint, you have the mint leaf, but then you also have the mint seeds. So the mint seeds are what you would replant down to grow your mint. And of course, the mint leaves are what you need to actually make the different items. However, I do believe, if I remember correctly from the dev's instructions, you need 4. Let's get a bunch here and just see. We'll replant because we're good people. Now, of course, there is not only red mint, there is also a few other colors which are planted up here. We have the cyan mint and we have the dark blue mint, which I think is just blue mint. But you know what? We'll call it dark blue because I like that name. Then we also have the green mint down here, and we have some pink mint. And of course, there is a small white patch in the back there, which has, well, not grown very much. Now, I did just record a full section of me actually putting all the mint together into, you know, items. And all of that did not record because I hit the wrong button and I didn't notice. So I will just show you what happened because we have a few of the mints here in my inventory. We got the lax mint, we got the impish mint, the adamant, the sassy, and the calm. We also have the serious mint right here, and there are some more because I ended up feeding a few to my lovely Quaxley that I have with me. So let's bring Quaxley out right here. Yes, with your lovely little voice. Thank you. And let's try feeding him. First off, let's take a look at the current stats. So speed and defense is down, speed is up. But if we go and we do, let's see, impish, what does that do? The stats have changed. Stats in general, the special attack is down a little bit and defense is up. So it does change the stats once you feed them, which will be super helpful for when those of us who love to battle can go into battle and change the stats of our particular Pokemon to win those battles. But mint and berries are not the only two crops coming to 1.4. They also have these lovely medicinal leeks. They also have some roots over here. So if we read this book, they act more like upside down mushrooms. So they'll spread to adjacent blocks and sometimes even turn into a fist-like tuber that I call an energy root. And they're super useful for making medicine if you're in a pinch or if you don't have access to a brewing stand. You just have to be careful because most medicines crafted with roots are super bitter and Pokemon tend to hate them. So if I just take this is the big root, but I think, yeah, there. We also have the energy root, so you can use these to craft medicine. So this will be super cool to be able to use the energy root and the medicinal leek to create potions and healing salves for our Pokemon who need some healing up. Now, one of my favorite parts of 1.4 is Pasture blocks. And Pasture blocks allow you to put your own Pokemon that you have caught into it, and they are then released into the area and can wander to their heart's content. And I think that is so cool and has so many opportunities to create things like sanctuaries and zoos for your Pokemon to live in. And so in the playthrough, they had a few Pasture blocks placed around the world, and I found one down on the beach and I had to try it out. It was also one of the tasks that we had in the playthrough to fill out 16 Pokemon, because that is how many can fit into a Pasture block, and release them. And it was so fun to catch the Pokemon and put them in there. And then just see them wandering around the beach. Of course, you could put up walls and that sort of thing and keep them contained, but currently the Pokemon can roam 64 blocks from the Pasture block itself. And while I was filling out my Pasture block, who should whisper to me but Mini-Wheats with a question of whether or not I wanted to trade. And yes, with the Cobblemon update of 1.4, we are getting the opportunity to trade with fellow trainers, and oh my goodness, it is going to be so fun. It's one thing to try and save a special Pokemon for a friend that you know they're going to love by putting it into a boat or putting it onto a seat if you have that in your mod pack, but it's a whole nother thing to actually be able to catch that Pokemon and then later trade it with your friend. And I am so excited that we will have the opportunity to do that very soon. And with that, our playthrough had come to an end, and it was time to start checking off those things that we actually completed. And I didn't do half bad, but I also did not complete a lot of them. I didn't fully evolve my starter until we actually went into the final battle, and that was after we were given extra rare candies to evolve and level up all of our Pokemon. I did, though, trade a Pokemon, so that was fun. I didn't evolve a Pokemon with an item either, And, well, I did catch a fully evolved Pokemon, which was fun, but I did craft a healing machine, though I didn't craft a PC, and the rest of them were pretty up there, and yeah, I didn't do them either. I just completely did not focus on any of the more higher up tasks, and instead I just had some fun walking through this custom map and just kind of enjoying seeing all the new Pokemon, listening to my friends chat in the background, and just kind of have a lot of fun with this new update. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're as excited as I am about the new update, why not smash that like button and subscribe here to my channel. And of course, don't forget to comment below what your favorite feature of the new update is. Now, at the end of the playthrough, there was all of us getting together with our Pokemon that we were able to collect over the 90 minutes, and we all battled it out to the finish. If you would like to see that battle, check out some of the other content creators' videos as well. Unfortunately, none of my audio recorded, and that is going to just make for a very poor battle scene. But I will leave those links down in the description below. Definitely go check them out because you're gonna want to see who won the battles. Anyways, thanks so much again, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye for now.